Alright, so we're here with Link. He's actually going to be our first of the player profiles. I figure that every player on Teemo definitely deserves their own profile or their own interview. And we're going to see what he thinks about the game right now and about a couple different things. Alright, dude, so the first question I got for you is just as far as articles and stuff go, what do you think about ARG?
A lot of their articles are good. Most of them I listen to, but some of them are way overpowered. They look at things like a certain type of way, and there's ways to fight around what they think is the best.
Oh yeah.
And when they sold Chalice so tough, I didn't think Chalice was that good. That's one of the only things I really disagreed with. But when Billy said safe zone and sectors, that shit was good, and he completely changed it. So they change things and they alter prices of cards. I want to do that. If I could alter prices of cards just by putting out an article, I would. So
oh yeah.
I think it's decently good for the game, but some of the shit I don't agree with.
Yeah.
And people just ride the dick.
Oh yeah, tough. They just follow whatever they say, right? Yeah, dude. Well, that completely makes sense. I agree with that. Alright, so if you had to pick a best deck right now, what would you say it was?
Chaos Dragons.
Chaos Dragons. Why?
Just because it's so versatile. Even I'm playing Rabbit right now just to try and fight Chaos Dragons because my whole locals is Chaos Dragons and it gets really boring. But I'm fighting Chaos Dragons for a reason. Because it's just too good. Too many outs. Even with all the cards, I main deck Spirit Reapers, Deep Riz, you can see on the deck profile, Bottomless. Everything for fucking Chaos Dragons, and I still lose to it sometimes. I feel like my matchup is barely in my favor, but it's still a deck that's losable to just because it's so good. And
better than the mirror match, right, dude?
Yeah.
Right.
And just people are citing Electric Fires. People are citing heavy for that shit. I main macro and side Electric Fires, so when they get rid of macro, I have Electric Fires.
Right.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah. So, what you're saying is you think that for sure 100% Chaos Dragons.
Yeah, Chaos Dragons. There's really no question.
Gotcha.
If Chaos Dragons doesn't win the YCS, it's because Rabbit Dude will get a sacky hand, and that's really the only reason Chaos Dragons win, or Nationals, sorry.
Right, Nationals. Makes sense. And so, based off of that, I would assume that Rabbit's deck you're going to be taking the Nationals if you can go?
I don't know. It's good against it, but Chaos Dragons, I always gone with what I felt was the best deck at the time. The only time I didn't is when I went last time with Chaos Dragons, and that was when priority just changed. I still thought Rabbit was possibly the best deck,
right?
But then Chaos Dragons decided turned out to be the best deck anyway. So
makes sense. That's good, dude. All right, awesome. Yeah, so if you guys do want to see that deck, we got the deck profile up. I should be able to upload it before I upload this video. Let's see what else we got. What would you say if people want to go in there, if you were to want to go to Nationals with the purpose of running a deck that nobody really saw coming, what do you think you'd go with?
I don't really know if there's nothing people see coming that I would want to play right now. Because stuff people see dumb stuff coming. Dark World probably would be the top one that people don't see coming, but people still kind of know what it is.
Yeah.
But because people know heroes are there, and I wouldn't even want to take heroes. Heroes is garbage. Probably the Final Countdown.
Final Countdown, yeah. If you would ever go with something that wasn't well known, it'd be Final Countdown.
Yeah, if I was going to be a fag, I agree with what one dude did.
Oh yeah.
Lucky as shit with Final Countdown. You never know what's going to be your day with the just douchiest ass.
Dude, that guy probably was just yes, I thought YCS, I'm so good, but it was just with the
Gravekeepers is another good option because they can get fucking sacky with Gravekeepers.
Yeah, Gravekeepers can be pretty derpy.
I just like back row.
Yeah, so pretty much deck with back row like that. Makes sense, dude. Alright, dude, so why don't you tell us when your birthday is?
It is actually this Sunday, June 17th.
We're pretty excited. We're gonna celebrate it up for his birthday. That's cute in the background.
We're gonna test for Nats.
Test for Nats. Test for Nats. Good old test for Nats.
And fucking let's just hope I can open Rabbit Tour Guide Macro.
Alright, dude. I got one last question for you. All fucking around the side. So, what do you think in the future? The future of the format, I'm sure your mind must at least think a little bit about when it's going to come up to YCS Seattle, since we'll be heading to that. What do you think it's going to look like? You must be thinking about at least a little.
Well, Seattle's a long time from now.
It is a long time from now. Do you think anything in there is going to be relevant?
It'll be, like, extra deck stuff is always relevant. You always have another out to things, and it gives things a little boost, but it doesn't change, like, the main power of the decks unless there's something huge. Like, if you look at this last set, the Heliopius and all that shit, it was good, but it didn't really change what the meta was. Like, maybe another deck like Heretics will come out or something like that, where it's kind of like fighting to be tier 1, but it's still not the best deck. I think for us, before the ban list going into Seattle, it'll kind of still be Chaos Dragons, Dino Rabbit.
Probably, but YCS Seattle will, I believe, be right after the ban list. Right after.
Then Chaos Dragons is fucked.
Chaos Dragons
and Rabbit's fucked if you think about it. But
most likely.
Because if you look at it, they pay attention to TCG.
So do you think it'll be one of the smaller decks rising up?
I don't know. We'll see what they do on the ban list.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, dude.
Pretty much Rabbit isn't played in OCG, so maybe it will survive the ban list. But people hate Rabbit so much.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy, dude. It's gonna be quite the YCS with it being the beginning of the format. We'll see. All right, dude. Well, thank you for the interview, and I'll be getting up some more interviews here soon with various different players. Link was just the first one I was able to sit down with, so thank you, Link.